The North-South Bank had the following balances of loans and receivables. So receivable from customers, so corporate lending, consumer lending, residential mortgages, small business lending, total and allowance for credit losses, NRV. So these are the balances before any adjustments for the following information. So the following summary represents the result of inquiry and analysis of the loans and receivable. So para sa ating corporate lending, North-South Bank assess that 52,678,241 has an objective evidence of non-compliance with payment terms as part of the contract between the bank and the corporation. So these companies already communicated to North-South Bank to restructure the loan. So kapag ganon, ano ibig sabihin nun? There is an objective evidence that these customers will not be able to pay the entire loan when becomes due. And therefore, kapag merong objective evidence, sige nga, sagutin niyo ako sa chat, ano yung ating stage na susundan? Sige, sa chat box, anong stage tayo doon? If there is an objective evidence. So correct, no? It should be stage 3. Correct. So stage 3. So ibig sabihin, on that particular portion, stage 3 yon. Most of the companies are asking for 20% reduction in principal and a 1% effective reduction in interest for the remaining 15 years. So that's the lifetime in average of our loan. North-South Bank's discount rate is 4%. So kukumpitin natin yung ating lifetime expected credit loss since that is stage 3. Okay? And then ang ating discount rate is 4%. So kung na-print nyo yan or kung meron kayong soft copy at kaya nyo lagyan ng mark, so si corporate lending, lagyan nyo ng label, it is stage 3. Okay, so stage 3 si corporate lending. Next, consumer lending. North-South Bank Credit Department assessed that about 25% of the total loans are underperforming with an average 10 years to collect. North-South Bank discount rate is 4%. So again, so sagutin niyo ulit sa chat, anong stage naman si consumer lending? Stage 2, correct, no? Because that is underperforming. So if you still remember yung ating discussion, kapag underperforming, that is under stage 2. So that's correct. So lagyan ulit ng label na siya ay stage 2. So para sa stage, para kay consumer lending, that is stage 2. Next is residential mortgages. So pag stage 2, naka-lifetime pa rin tayo. Ang lifetime natin is 10 years. Residential mortgages, the residential mortgages are collectible in an average of 15 years. That's the lifetime. Of which 30% of the entire balance were approved within the first quarter of the year. So meaning, mga bagong loans yan. The bank's policy for residential loans based on its previous assessment states that the default is expected at 5% for the next 12 months based on prior experience using the average of 15 years lifetime for loans. About 10% of the total loans are defaulted. So, ibig sabihin, in 15 years, that is the expected lifetime for new loans. The remaining 70% is classified in the underperforming asset, of which 15% is the average expected uncollectible. North-South Bank's discount rate is 4%. So meaning, yung residential mortgages, that is stage 1, and underperforming is stage 2. So lagyan yan yung ating residential, stage 1 and stage 2. While small business lending, of the total balance, the bank assessment is summarized as follows. So total na yan, 90 million. Performing 70%, underperforming 20%, not performing 10%. So again, pag performing, that's stage 1. Underperforming, that's stage 2. Not performing is stage 3. So we only assess the default in 12 months for stage 1. So meaning, yung 10, 30, 50, so that is for underperforming and not performing, yung 10, yung 30-50%, and yung 10 and 5%, that is for performing. Okay? So, remember, stage 1 lang tayo nagkakaroon ng default in 12 months. North-South Bank discount rate is 4%. So, ang ating discount rate is 4%. Determine the following as a result of your audit. So, how much is the amount of the impairment loss that North-South Bank in its statement of comprehensive income for the current year, the amount of allowance for credit losses disclosed in the notes to FS, the amount of loans and receivable in statement of financial position, and what is your proposed adjusting journal entry related to its loan and expected credit losses. So, balikan natin, no? So, ayan. So dito magtatawag ako, ha. So inanalyze natin isa-isa. So sige, how are we going to compute for our total expected credit loss for lifetime? So 'di ba itong corporate lending, so lagyan natin ng label. So dito man lang magkaroon ng label. So this is stage 3. Okay? So stage 3 ito. So sige nga, sige Ana, how do you compute the total expected credit loss for lifetime?
Wait lang, sir. Tangay lang magbabasa.
So yun yung 52 million. So effectively, so paano natin siya kukumpitin? So wherein ang lifetime niya in average is 15 years. So lagay ko na rin dito na 15 years yung kanyang lifetime. Sige, how do we compute? Umpisahan ko, ha. Sundan mo. Yung ating total assess amount with objective evidence, ito yon. So, binigay na naman siya. This is 52,678,241. Okay, so ito yan, ha. So, of which, yung ating expected is, to compute for expected, reduction in principal amount. Ito na hindi makokolekta di ba? So which is ilan daw? 20%. So ibig sabihin, 20% neto, ito yung ating reduction in principal amount. Total reduction in principal amount. So, ito yung ating total assessed amount with objective evidence. Sorry, ang hinanap pala natin is most of the companies are asking for 20% reduction. So, wherein yung ating corporate lending na may 200,782,934 times 20%, ito yung ating total reduction in principal. Okay? And yung effective reduction in interest. So it was stated there is an effective reduction of 1%. So 1% naman ng ating total. Okay? So based on our lifetime, ito yung ating total expected credit loss for lifetime. Okay? So kung titingnan natin magkano ito, that is 42,164,416. So ito yung ating magiging total expected credit loss for lifetime. So ibig sabihin, yung ating inassess na with objective evidence na 52 million, so 52 million has an objective evidence. So based on our analysis, this is only 42 million. So ang subject lang for stage 2 impairment is yung 42 million because this is the effective based on our agreement we entered into with the clients, yung 42 million, yung magiging total reduction doon sa ating corporate lending. Okay? Oh, so what's the next step, Ana?
I-multiply sir sa present value factor.
Correct. Okay. So multiply sa PV factor, which is 1.04
raised to negative 15.
raised to the negative 15. Okay, so that is 1.04 raised to the negative 15. So ito yung magiging PV factor. So ito yung magiging allowance for
23.
credit losses. So magkano yung allowance for credit losses para doon sa ating corporate lending? So this must be 23,412,404. So ito yung credit losses para kay corporate lending. Okay? So yun yung ating una kay corporate lending. Okay, next. Si Ria naman. Ria, andyan ka ba Ria ngayon?
Yes po, sir.
Ria, medyo mahina lang ang boses ni Ria. Naka-earphone siguro ito.
Opo.
Ria, sa consumer lending naman. Yung consumer lending, anong stage to?
Stage 2 po.
Okay, correct. Stage 2 ito. Okay? So, magko-compute tayo ng total expected credit loss for lifetime din since stage 2. So, wherein ang lifetime niya ay 10 years. Sige. Paano natin ko-computein, Ria, yung stage 2?
Magsa-start din po dun sa given sir na 123 million. Then may reduction po na 25%.
Okay, so yung ating total balance is 123,829,111. Okay, so it was stated that there is a 25% is underperforming, correct? So percentage of underperforming assets. So ito yung 25%. Okay? So ito yung ating total expected or underperforming assets. So underperforming yan in amounts. So ito yung ating 30,957,278. So next, anong gagawin, Ria? Next?
Gagamitin po yung PV factor na 4% for 10 years.
Okay, correct. So 1.04 raised to the negative 10. Okay, so 1.04 raised to the negative 10. So it should be 20,913,628. So ito na yung ating magiging allowance for credit losses para sa stage 2 consumer lending. So lumipat siya from stage 1 to stage 2. Okay? Ito naman, objective evidence na to. Okay? So lumipat din. Next, residential mortgages. Si Jolo Jamer. Nako, bigla tayong iniwan ni Jolo ah. Nawala. Jolo? Andiyan ka pa ba, Jolo?
Hello, sir.
Ayan, sige, Jolo. Yun naman tayo sa consumer. Sa residential. Residential mortgages. Yung residential mortgages, anong assessment natin dyan kanina?
Stages 1 and 2 po.
Stage 1 and 2. Sige. Stage 1 and stage 2. Sige nga, Jolo. First, anong gagawin natin sa pag-compute ng stage 1?
Kukunin po muna yung amount nung residential mortgage, yung 245 million.
Okay. So yung total balance is yung 245 million 167,289. So next.
Tapos kukunin po yung expected credit loss for 12 months muna for stage 1.
So ano yung pang stage 1? Sige.
Yung 5% expected default daw po.
Yung 245 million total yan ha. So meaning stage 1, 2, 3 and 4 yan. Kailangan muna natin makuha yung amount na subject to
for lifetime po pala muna, yes.
Sige, magkano yung ating amount for stage 1?
15 years daw po, 10% yung defaulted.
Kailangan natin ma-compute is ano yung amount or magkano yung amount subject to stage 1.
Kukunin po muna natin yung expected credit loss for lifetime bago po makuha yung
Okay, so sige. So anong gagawin natin? Multiply ng?
Sa 70% po, yung underperforming.
Times 70%.
Apo.
So percentage of underperforming asset, ito yon.
70%. Tama, Paige. Tama.
Ayan, so 70%. Next.
And then yung expected credit loss po, para po makuha yung expected credit loss for 12 months. For 12 months.
Underperforming ba ang kinukuha na natin ng 12 months?
Ay, hindi.
Ha? O tingnan mo yung sa small businesses. Performing, underperforming, not performing. Ano yung performing? Stage ano to?
Yung performing po ay stage 1.
Yung underperforming?
Stage 2 po.
Yung not performing?
Stage 3.
O dito ba magko-compute tayo ng 12 months default?
Ay, hindi po. Sa stage 3, hindi.
So anong dapat muna natin kunin? The percentage of?
Percentage of
new loans. Yung new loans muna tayo. Kasi di ba yung new loans, okay, so yung of which 30% of the entire balance were approved within the first quarter of the year. So ito muna yung ating kukunan ng kasi di ba pag nag-loan, pag nagpa-loan ka, yun yung stage 1. Okay? Ito yung ating total amount of new loans. Dito tayo mag-a-assess ng 12-month period. Okay? So,
okay po.
So next, nakompute natin yung new loans, 30% yan. Anong next?
Yan na po ba yung for lifetime?
Yes, ito na dapat yung for lifetime.
Kukunin na po natin yung for expected credit loss for 12 months. which is yung 5%.
No. Total amounts of new loans. Ang susunod is yung for lifetime. O, di ba kasi ito yung mga bago di ba? So, kunin natin yung ating expected
credit loss for lifetime.
Loss for lifetime. O, so, paano kukunin yung ating expected credit loss for lifetime?
Times 70% po.
In percentage. 70% ba?
Yes po, yung underperform.
70% kasi 30% yung new loans, ito yung performing, 70% yung underperforming. That is the amount. Pero based on prior experience, ito yon, using average of 15 years, lifetime for loans, about 10% of the total loans are defaulted. So yung ating expected credit loss for lifetime in percentage, ito yung 10%. Okay, so 10% ito. So meaning, ito yung ating total amount of expected credit loss for lifetime. So which is 15 years. Okay? O, tsaka natin kukunin yung percentage of default for 12 months. So, ilang percent yung ating percentage of default for 12 months?
5%.
5%. Correct, di ba? O, so, eto na yung ating magiging allowance for credit losses. O, para doon sa stage 1. Doon sa performing. Correct?
Apo.
Ito na yon.
For stage 1 pa lang po.
So, syempre, kulang pa. Ano pang gagawin natin?
For stage 2 naman po, kukumpute naman po yung for stage
2. Sorry, ano?
Kukumpute naman po yung for stage 2.
For stage 2. Meron pa sinabi dito, North-South Bank's discount rate is 4%. Ano ba? Anong kinakalimutan mo? Ano?
Yung PB factor po, sorry. Yung PB factor.
So, ito na lang muna i-PB factor natin. So, ito yung ating total amount of expected credit loss for lifetime times ng ating PB factor. So, which is 1.04 raised to the negative 15. Okay? So, na yun, right? Ito yung present value of the expected credit loss for lifetime. Okay? Tsaka natin siya i-multiply ng 5%.
5%.
Ay, ano ba yan? Ayan. Tsaka natin siya i-multiply ng 5%. Okay? So, 5%. Ito yung ating magiging allowance for credit loss. Para doon sa performing. Stage 1. Okay? Next, para doon sa ating non-performing.
Yun naman po, yung total expected credit loss for lifetime, i-multiply naman po sa 70%.
Yung total balance natin, ito yung ating percentage of underperforming assets. So which is 70%.
Sa gross amount.
Okay? Ito yung ating total amount of underperforming. So that's 171,617,102. Okay? Next, based doon sa information given, of which 15% is
expected to be uncollectible.
So, yun yung ating percentage of expected credit loss for lifetime. So, which is for 15%. Ito yon, 15%. Correct? So, yun yung ating magiging 25,742, the total amount of the expected credit loss for lifetime. So, anong next na gagawin?
PV factor na po.
Okay.
I-multiply ko sa PV.
So, i-multiply natin ng PV factor. So, to compute for our total or expected credit loss, the allowance for our expected credit loss. Ito naman yung ating stage 2. So, bali dalawa, no? Stage 1 plus stage 2 para kay residential mortgages. Okay. O next, small business lending. For small business lending, nako, nagkakaubusan na kayo, ha? Nawawala. Kasi nagtatawag. Si Maries San Buenaventura. Hello, Maries.
Hello po.
Yes, Maries. So how are we going to compute for the expected credit loss for small business lending?
Ano po? 3 stages po.
Correct. Tatlong stages.
Yung
Unahin
sa
na natin stage 1.
stage 1 po. So yung ano po, yung total po na 90,728,371. Multiply po sa 70%.
Sa stage 1 yan. Gusto mo sabay-sabayin na para madali?
Paano pong sabi?
Pagsabay-sabayin na natin.
Okay po.
Stages. Ito yung stage 1, the performing stage. Stage 2 is the under performing stage. And stage 3 is the not performing stage. Ayan, sige. Ito yung ating stages. Performing, underperforming, and not performing. Ayan. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So, anong gagawin natin? So, yung percentage, based dun sa information, so yung ating percentage of total, that is 70%. Correct, di ba?
Opo.
9728, 371 times 70%.
70%.
This is 20%. And this is 10%. Okay? So, pag kinuha natin yung total, yung sum ng tatlo, ito yung ating total amount. Okay? So, percentage per stages. Next is
Yung ECL for lifetime po. Na 5%.
Ang next na gagawin natin, computein muna lagi yung ating total. Okay? So, computein yung ating default for lifetime. So, laging default for lifetime muna. So, ito yung 10%.
At 10%.
So, 10%, 30%, and 50%. So, ito yung ating total expected credit loss for lifetime. So, para sa ating asset, stage 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ang nagko-compute lang tayo ng expected default for 12 months. So, meron tayong default for 12 months. Okay? So, is yung 5%. So, which is, ito yung ating basis kapag stage 1. Correct? Ito yung expected credit loss for 12 months. So, sa dalawa, hindi tayo magko-compute. Kasi stage 2, stage 3, hindi tayo nagto-12 months. Correct? Okay. So, ito, expected credit loss per lifetime. Ito na yung basis natin for stage 2 and stage 3. So, i-multiply na lang natin yan na kanilang PB factor. Correct? So, i-multiply ng PB factor. So, it was stated na yung ating discount rate is 4%. So, 1.04 raised to the negative 10.
10.
So, bakit 10?
Ano po? Default in 10 years po.
Yun yung ating lifetime. Correct? Yung 10 years. Okay? So, that is 1.04 raised to the negative 10. Ayan. So, pare-pares tayo ng PB factor, ha? So, yan ang gagamitin natin. So, ito yung ating total expected credit loss or ito yung ating allowance for credit losses. So, para kay stage 1, ito yun, stage 2, and stage 3. Okay, so ang total ng ating expected credit loss is 6,965,737. So yan, yung ating expected credit loss. So ayan. So masasagutan natin ngayon. Okay? Yung ating total expected or yung ating allowance and allowance for expected credit loss and so para kay corporate lending, kay consumer lending, residential mortgages, and small business lending. So, kay corporate lending, balikan natin. Ang na-compute natin dyan is 23, allowance, and yan. Kay consumer lending, that is 20 million. Residential mortgages, dalawa yan. Isang 200,000 at isang 14 million. And for small business, that's 6,900,000. So, eto yung ating allowance and. So, i-compare natin yan sa ating beginning balance ng allowance. Allowance for expected credit loss beginning. So, which is given yan, that is 31,892,735. So meaning, ito yung ating i-recognize as additional impairment loss. So we have additional impairment loss of 33,888,165. So that's our additional impairment loss. And yung ating gross loans and receivables. So given naman yan, yung total natin na 660,507,705. Ito yon, yung total. Okay? Less yung ating allowance for expected credit loss and So which is 65,780,900. Ito yung magiging net realizable value of our loans and receivables. So after i-deduct yung ating allowance for expected credit loss. And in the event na hindi pa yan na-entradahan, so pag in-entradahan natin yan, debit impairment loss of 33,888 and credit allowance for credit losses. So yan. So masasagutan natin yung mga questions. So for number 1, how much is the amount of impairment loss? So ito yung sagot natin sa question 1. Next, for question number 2, the amount of allowance for credit loss disclosed in the notes. That's the ending balance of the allowance. Ito yon for question 2. 65,780,900. For question 3, the amount of loans and receivable. So ito naman yung ating magiging sagot sa question 3. 594,726,805. And for number 4, what is your proposed adjusting journal entry? So ito yon. So since hindi pa yan na-adjust, ito yung ating magiging answer. So debit impairment loss and credit allowance for credit losses of 33,888,165. So ito naman yung ating answer para sa question number 4. Okay, so yan. Yung ating analysis for the expected credit loss doon sa ating problem number 3. So again, Banco de Uno adopted a credit classification system that aims to identify deteriorating exposures on timely basis. Exposures are classified into each of the following categories. Okay? So standard monitoring, this category includes accounts which do not have a greater than normal risk and do not possess the characteristic of special monitoring and defaulted loans. The counterparty has the ability to satisfy the obligation in full and therefore minimal loss, if any, is anticipated. Sige nga, kung ita-translate natin yan into stage, ano yung stage yung standard monitoring? Sige nga, sagutin niyo ako sa chat. Anong stage yung standard monitoring? Stage 1, correct. Nasa stage 1 pa lang tayo. Okay? While yung B, special monitoring, this category includes account which needs closer and frequent monitoring to prevent any further credit deterioration. The counterparty is to be vulnerable, highly vulnerable, and capacity to financial is dependent upon business special economic conditions. So kapag ganon, that is no a credit risk. Right? So we can see na yung monitoring is nasa stage 2. Okay? Stage 2, that's correct.
Sir.
So again, how's my...
Sir, nag-robotic po.
Sorry, ano?
Robotic po yung mic.
Robotic yung boses ko. So, delete.
Wala po dun sa stage.
So, special monitoring, this category include accounts which needs closer and frequent monitoring to prevent any further credit deterioration. The counterparty is assessed to be vulnerable to highly vulnerable, and its capacity to meet its financial obligation is dependent upon favorable business, financial, and economic conditions. So that is simply a credit risk. Okay, so they describe the credit risk. So ang stage 2 is yung special monitoring. While yung stage 3 default, this category includes accounts which exhibit probable to severe weaknesses, wherein probability of non-repayment of loan obligation is ranging from high to extremely high. So that is now the stage 3. So again so binago lang yung description ng stages 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so pwede, so yung bank, so kanina sa unang problem, performing, underperforming, not performing. Again, so kinuha ko yon kay Security Bank. So yun ang classification nila ng stages. Ito naman, BPI ito. So kinuha ko yan kay BPI. Standard monitoring is stage 1. Special monitoring is stage 2. And default is stage 3. So the credit policy and risk management division is responsible for the overall management of the bank's credit risk. The CPRM supports the senior management in coordination with various business lending and operating units in identifying, measuring, and managing the risk. The unadjusted balance of loans of BDU as of December 31 is as follows. Okay, so we have LARCOL, FAL, and the SEME. Okay. Well, yung for FAL and LARCOL, ako lang nag-invento niyan. Yung SEME, it is really existing. So meron talaga mga SEME sa bank. Yung self-employed and micro-entrepreneur. So for large corporate loans, so pinangalanan ko lang siyang LARCOL. And for personal housing and auto loans, pinangalanan ko lang siyang FAL. Okay, so for purpose of discussion. So anyway, these are existing naman. Yung large corporate loans, meron din talaga niyan. Yung personal housing, auto loans, so pwedeng hindi magkakasama, depende doon sa portfolio ng bangko. But for this problem, for analysis, so pinagsama-sama ko yung tatlo, and they are called the FAL. Yung SEME, again, these are actually existing. Okay? So meron tayong amounts and the expected credit loss. Okay? The loans are divided into 3 stages in the following percentage. Stage 1, standard monitoring is 50. Stage 2 is special monitoring 30. Stage 3, default 20. While the expected credit losses is stage 1, 1%, stage 2, 30%, and stage 3, 69%. So the result of the audit procedures, so mostly analytical procedures, are as follows. A policy of the bank is that 12-month default for new loan is constant at 5%. The lifetime default for new loans is based on historical percentage of 10%. The summary of the average lifetime of each category is as follows. So para kay LARCOL, 20, kay FAL is 15, and for SEME is 5 years. New loans during the current period were as follows. Ito yung new loans, meaning ito yung subject sa ating initial testing for stage 1. So given for LARCOL, FAL, and the SEME. Okay, so again, so lagyan nyo na dyan, kung nag-print kayo, lagyan nyo dyan, yung 693310, so ito yung subject sa ating stage 1 testing. Letter B, due to COVID-19 pandemic, many small businesses closed, and the probability of non-repayment of loan obligation that is ranging from high to extremely high had increased dramatically. So kung babalikan natin, ito yun, no? The probable of severe weakness wherein the non-repayment of loan of obligation is ranging from high to extremely high. So ibig sabihin, stage 3 to. Okay, stage 3. The bank assessment revealed that of the loans made to SEME, okay, there were about 20% to FAL 10% and LARCOL about 5% of the total loans made for more than 1 year. So ibig sabihin, ito yung isang taon, yung for more than 1 year, ang i-assess natin for stage 3. So lagyan doon sa B, assessment natin dyan is stage 3 for more than 1 year. So hindi kasama yung mga bagong loans. Okay? Ito yung mga new loans natin. Okay? Next is letter C. There were increased in the account that needs closer and frequent monitoring to prevent any further credit deterioration. So kung babalikan natin yung kanilang classification, ito yon, needs closer and frequent monitoring to prevent further credit deterioration. Nasa special monitoring yan. So stage 2. Okay? So stage 2, yung letter C. Okay? Such account were summarized as follows. So LARCOL, 20%, FAL is 15%, SEME is 10%. Percentage of loans for more than 1 year. So again, so ito ay from stage 1 mag-shift sa stage 2. Okay? So therefore, hindi kasama yung beginning, yung ating new loans. Again, hindi kasama yung new loans. Behavioral indicators are considered in conjunction with other forward-looking information to assess the level of risk of the loan. After the date of initial recognition, the payment behavior of the borrower is monitored on a periodic basis to develop a behavioral score which is mapped to a probability of default. CPRM division believes that 2% discount rate is reasonable for the loans. So sila yung nagmo-monitor, the CPRM. So ang gagamitin natin ay 2% to discount. Okay? So determine the following: impairment loss, the amount of allowance for credit losses, the amount of loans receivables reported, adjusting journal entry, the PAHE, and the reconciliation of balances that should be disclosed in the notes to financial statement. Okay. Sige, kumpitan na natin to. So meron tayong number 1, or letter E, is para doon sa ating new loans. So LARCOL, FAL, and SEME. So yun na lang gagamitin ko ha. LARCOL, FAL, and SEME. Ito yung para sa ating new loans. So para sa new loans, given naman yan, amount of new loans. So para sa LARCOL, that's 69, 174, 580. Sa FAL, 33, 274, 451. And sa SEME, that's 10,023, 467. So ito yung ating new loans. Ito yung subject sa ating stage 1 impairment. So new loans, stage 1. Okay, so percentage of default in lifetime. So ang percentage of default in lifetime, so that is 10%. So given naman yan. So para sa lahat, yung 10%. So ito yung ating total amount of default for lifetime. So isa-isa yan kay LARCOL, FAL, and SEME. So 10%. So wherein yung ating percentage of default in 12 months. So given na rin yan, yung ating percentage of default in 12 months. So which is 5%. So 5% yung ating percentage of default in 5 months. So it was stated sa baba that the CPRM division believes that 2% discount rate is reasonable for the loan. So ito yung ating amount of expected credit loss for 12 months times the PB factor. So ang PB factor is 2% ang gagamitin natin. 1.02 para kay Larcol, 20 years, raised to the negative 20. 1.02 raised to the negative 15 para kay FAL. And 1.02 raised to the negative 5 para kay SEME. Okay, so ito yung ating magiging PB factor. So magkakaiba ha. So this is our allowance for credit losses para sa 12 months. Ito yung galing sa ating stage 1. So para kay Larcol, kay SEME and kay FAL. So ito yung ating amounts na mako-compute. Wait lang, hindi ata naka-negative. Sorry, hindi naka-negative. Negative 15, negative 5. So, hindi naka-negative. Ayan, so yan dapat. So, magkakaiba yung ating PB factors. So, pag kinuha natin yung sum ng ating expected credit loss, that's 401,772 para sa ating stage 1. Okay? Next is yung ating stage 2. So, shift to stage 2. At yung nag-shift sa stage 2, ito yon yung letter C. Correct, di ba? So, there were increase in the account that needs a closer and frequent monitoring. So, amount of loans. So, 20% nung more than 1 year. So, kung titingnan natin, ang total amount of loans para kay Larcol is 345,872,900. Para kay FAL, 221,829,672. And for kay SEME, that's 100, 234,671. Okay? So yung ating new loans, ibawas yung new loans. Ito siya. Okay? Ito yung ating loans for more than 1 year. Okay? So, kinompute natin yung ating loans for more than 1 year. Kasi yun yung ating basis to compute for our shift from stage 1 to stage 2. Okay? So, nakompute natin. So, meron na tayong 276, 968,320 and the likes. Okay? So percentage of transferred. So 20% para kay Larcol. 15% para kay FAL and 10% para kay SEME. Okay, so ito yung percentage of shift to stage 2. Okay? So, eto ngayon yung amount transferred or shift to stage 2. So, that is 20%, 15%, and 10%. Okay? So, ito yung inilipat natin. Ito na yung kanilang for lifetime. So, kukunin natin ang PB factor for lifetime. So that is 20, 15, and 10, and 5 years. So parehas naman yung ating magiging PB factor. So this is now our expected credit loss. So allowance for credit losses sa stage, ito yung shift to our stage 2. So yun yung ating stage 2 analysis. Next is yung ating stage 3. So which is yung letter B. Based sa ating analysis kanina. Shift to stage 3. So ito rin yun. Kasi nakabase yan doon sa ating for more than 1 year. So parehas yan, no? So yung 276, 698, 320, 188, at saka yung 90 million. So wherein the bank assessment revealed that of the loans made to SEME, there were about 20%. Okay? So 20% kay SEME, 10% kay FAL, and 5% kay Larcol. Okay, so eto ngayon, yung ating amount transferred to stage 3. Okay? So i-multiply natin ang PB factor for lifetime. So a percentage of shift to stage 3 ito. Amount transferred to stage 3. Ito yung ating PB factor. So therefore, ito yung ating magiging allowance for credit losses. So for stage 3 transferred. Okay? So ito yan. Ang total sa ating stage 2 shift, 66 million. Ang ating total sa stage 3 shift, that is 53 million. Okay? So mako-compute na natin ang mga tinatanong. Masagdan natin. So total ECL and sir, ba't yung FAL po 20%? Magkano ba yung sa FAL? 5, 10, 20. So 10 pala to. Sorry, 10. Ayan, 10. Okay. Kamali ako ng encode. So 5, 10, and 20%. Okay, so that's 39 million lang pala dapat. Okay. So ayan. So mako-compute na natin yung ating total balance of ECL of allowance for credit losses. And ayan. So yung balance ng ating allowance for credit losses and so for Larcol, FAL, and for stages na lang tayo. Stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So para mabilis. So sa stage 1, ito yon. Stage 2, and then stage 3. So ito yung ating total ending balance ng allowance for credit losses. So meron tayong 106,491,228. Okay, so meron tayong unadjusted balance of allowance for credit losses. So which is given yan 52 million. Ito yan, yung 52 million 052 969. So this will be the amount of additional impairment loss. So ito yung ating additional impairment loss na i-recognize. So that is 54,491,228. 438 to 59. So yung ating gross loans and receivable. So that's 667, 937, 243. Less yung ating allowance and allowance for credit losses and wait lang ha. Wait lang. 2 minutes. So minus yung ating allowance for credit losses and so ito yon yung 106 million. So this will be our net realizable value. So NRV is 561,466,015. And yung ating magiging pahe, in case wala pa yung entry, ay debit, impairment loss, and credit, allowance for credit losses. That's 54,438 to 59. So yun yung ating magiging pahe. So nasagutan natin yung 4 na questions. Determine the amount of impairment loss. Ito yun. Ito yung sagot natin sa question 1. The amount of impairment loss. For question number 2, the balance. For question number 3, NRV. And for question number 4, ito yung ating pahe. Question 4. Question number 5. Prepare the reconciliation of balances that should be disclosed in the notes to financial statement. So mag-reconcile tayo. So it was stated, ito yung ating percentage per stage. The loans are divided into three stages within the following stages. Okay? So meron tayong gross, carrying amount at stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and total. Ito is from the beginning balances. Okay? So gross carrying amount, beginning. Meron tayong additions during the period. Yung total additions natin, lahat yun ay papasok sa stage 1. Okay? So anyway, ang ating total ito yung ating total loan for more than 1 year. Ito na lang gamitin ko ha. Yung 555,464. Ito yun ha. Yung 555,464. So dapat ito yung ating maging total. So 555,464,745. So it was stated andito, stage 1 is 50%, ito. Stage 2 is 30, stage 3 is 20. So 50%, 30%, and 20%. Okay? Yung additions natin, ito yung new loans. Ang total ng ating new loans ay, ito, lagi ko na lang dito. So, total ng new loans 112,472,498. Lahat yan ay stage 1. O, kaya lahat yan ay nasa stage 1. Okay? And then, yung ating shift to stage 2. So, magbabawas tayo. Ang natanggal sa stage 2 is eto yan, stage 2. Dapat eto siya. Ito total ko na lang, sum. Ito yung total na nalipat sa stage 2. That's 92 million. Okay, so 92 million yung total na na-shift sa stage 2. And then, yung stage 3, shift to stage 3. Ang total na nalipat sa stage 3 ay ito. That's 50 million. So, lipat lang yan sa stage 3. Okay? So, anyway, so ito yung ating magiging gross ending balance. So, gross carrying amount end. So, ang sa stage 1, 246, stage 2, 259, stage 3, 161, a total of 667. So, ito yung ating total as of December 31. The unadjusted balance, ito yon as of December 31. So, tama yan, 667, 937, 243. Okay? O, tsaka natin ilagay yung ating allowance for credit losses. So which is, ang stage 1 natin, ito. Ang stage 2 natin, ito. Ang stage 3 natin, ito. And ang sum, ito yung 106. So that's why, ito yung ating lalabas at as net realizable value. Ito yung ating reconciliation. Stage 1, 2, 3, NRV. 561. So, papares yan dyan. NRV, 561. NRV, 561. So, this is our reconciliation. Okay? So, these are our answers for problems number 3 and problem number 4.